bloom the that made the trees bloom. So we have read in the chapter that there is an old couple who is very poor and they had a dog as they did not have any children. So they were loving their dog as their own child. Who's Muko? Muko is the dog and who is loyal towards his owners. And neighbors, they are very cruel, jealous minded, and they have killed the dog. So we have read on this page number 58 also that the dog was buried under the pine tree, and after that the spirit of the dog came into the dream of the old you can say of the old couple of the old man, and he told to take the sticks from the pine tree and to make rice pastry and milk for his bean sauce. So let us read further. So see here in this picture that the old man, it is a Japanese story. This is the reason why this man lying on the bed, he's dressed up in the Japanese dress and he's dreaming what his dog is saying to him. Next, page number 59, let us start. So the old man chopped down the tree and cut out the middle of the trunk, a section about 2 feet long. So what he did, he went to that place where the dog was buried and where he has also built a tomb. So what he did, he chopped down the tree. He cut the tree and from the trunk means that is the main stem of the tree, on which the other branches they are emerging out, and in the middle of the trunk of a section he made a cut of 2 feet long with great labor, partly by fire and partly by the chisel. Chisel means it is also an instrument which is used to cut the wood. So with great labor, with great hard work, and also with the help of fire and also with the help of chisel, he scraped out a hollow place as big as a small ball. So he was able to cut the bark of the tree and ultimately scooping out the wood, finally he was able to make a small ball out of it, which is very hard work, which is very, you can say, difficult for him to make. He then made a long handled hammer of wood. It means from that wood he is making all the instruments that he required. Finally, from that wood also, he also made a handled hammer of wood. He has also made a hammer. You know what is hammer? Like this, which is used by like this in order to hit the nails to drive into the wood. He has also made a handled hammer of wood such as is used for pounding rice. So what this hammer is used for pounding. Pounding means for beating. Okay, rice. When New Year's time drew near, he wished to make some rice pastry. So during the New Year, what he decided that he should make some rice pastry. And when the rice was all boiled, Granny put it into the mortar. Granny means his wife. So when the rice was properly boiled, what he did, he put it into the mortar that is used to bind rice together. Mortar is actually a joining thing. Like cement can join the bricks together, in the same manner here mortar means which can join or which can bind rice together to formulate a pastry. The old man lifted his hammer to pound the mass into dough. So he lifted his hammer so that it can be pounded in this manner, beaten in this manner, so that it can be turned into a soft mass and can formulate a dough, with which he will take one, you can say, small ball of dough and roll it into round ball and ultimately will make a pastry. And the blows fell heavy and fast till the pastry was all ready for baking. Finally, he blew it down again and again with his hammer, and later on, it was ready for baking. Suddenly, the whole mass turned into a heap of gold coins. Then what happened? Suddenly what happened? That the entire mass, how it has turned into heap of gold coins. When the old woman took the hand mill and filling it with beans began to grind. The gold dropped like rain. When the old woman, what he did, in the hand mill, she was trying to put the beans and to run the mill, to turn the mill in order to grind the beans. What happened? Suddenly, gold started dropping down like rain. It means that the dog, even after his death, is very loyal to the old couple. Meanwhile, the envious neighbor peeped in at the window. Peep means to have a secret look. Peeped in at the window when the boiled beans were being ground. So the neighbors, who were very jealous in nature, they were peeping inside their house what they are doing, and they come to know that gold was coming out of the mill also. And and when the boiled beans were being ground, they have seen everything. So, goody me, cried the old hag. Hag means that as she saw each dripping of sauce turning into yellow gold, cried the old hag means that the old neighbor, who is very clever, who is very, you can say, very greedy in nature. What she saw, and the wife of the old man, she saw that wow, that with every drop of sauce that is going down, it is turning into yellow gold, until in a few minutes the tub under the mill was full of shining mass of gold. And the tub which was placed under the mill, it was completely filled with gold. So it means that that dog, after death, what it has done, it has given gold to them. So the old couple were rich again. The next day, the stingy and wicked neighbor, stingy means who has selfish motives, wicked means greedy, with poor intentions, he came and borrowed the mortar and magic mill. They saw that gold is coming from that mortar and magic mill. So next day, the neighbor came. He asked from the old couple, please lend us your mortar and magic mill today. They haven't said, please give us magic mill. They said, please give your mill we need. Ours is not working. They filled one with boiled rice and the other with beans. So what they did, they filled one with rice and other part of the mill with beans. Then the old man began to pound and the women to grind. So the old man, what he did, he began to pound the rice so that it can be converted into dough, and the woman was trying to grind the beans so that sauce can come out of it. But at the first blow and turn, the pastry and sauce turned into a full mass of worms. So, but what happened when they have given the first blow? What happened? The entire pastry, it has turned into mass of worms. Worms means small insects, and they were afraid. Still more angry at this, and they became more angry. Earlier they were angry, and what they have done? They have killed the dog. But now what they will do? They chop the mill into pieces to use as firewood. So what they did? They completely cut the mill into small pieces and used as firewood so that it cannot be used by them. So comprehension we will do side by side. Why did the neighbors kill the dog? Who will answer? Why did the neighbors kill the dog? Raise up your hand to answer. Nobody will be able to do. So let me explain why did the neighbors kill the dog. The neighbors killed the dog because they were selfish and greedy in nature, and as they thought that the dog will provide them treasure, and when the dog had gone under the pine tree and started scratching the ground, and what they found there a dead kitten giving out foul smell. So in anger, they have killed the dog. What happened? The neighbors, who were wicked and greedy in nature, killed the dog out of anger, because when they followed the dog under the pine tree and the dog started scratching the ground. They thought they would find treasure under the ground. But what they found? But they found only a dead kitten giving out false smell. So the wife of the neighbor, who was wicked in nature, chopped off the dog's head. Or they have beaten the dog and chopped off his head. Mark the right item. The old farmer and his wife. 1 minute, please.
Okay.
The old farmer and his wife loved the dog because it helped them in their day-to-day work as if it was their own baby, as they were kind to all living beings.
B option, as if it was their own
Their
baby.
own baby. Next, when the old couple became rich, they gave the dog better food, invited their greedy neighbors to a feast, lived comfortably, and were generous towards their poor neighbors.
C option,
Yes, they were generous towards their poor neighbors. Next, the greedy couple borrowed the mill and the mortar to make rice pastry and bean sauce, magic cash, or a pile of gold.
a pile of gold.
Why? Yes, to make a pile of gold. Right. So let us move further. Now, not long after that, the good old man dreamed again. Now, after a few days, what happened? Again, the old man, he dreamt, he had a dream, and the spirit of the dog spoke to him. And in his dream, who came? His dog. The spirit of the dog was talking to him, telling him how the wicked people had burned the mill and burned the mill made from the pine tree. Take the ashes of the mill, sprinkle them onto the withered trees, and they will bloom again, said the dog spirit. So, what the dog told in the dream, the dog came and told that your wicked neighbors who have borrowed that rice mill, they have cut it into pieces and and they have used it for firewood. But now what you have to do, just go to them, take the ash of the mill and take it to the withered trees. Withered means the trees which are without any leaves and flowers. You can, if you will throw the ash over the withered trees, they will bloom again. The old man awoke. Awoke is past form of awake. The old man awoke and went at once to his wicked neighbor's house, where he found the miserable old pair sitting at the edge of their square fireplace in the middle of the floor, smoking and spinning. So the old man, he woke up and he went to his neighbor's house. When he went to his neighbor's house, what he found? He found that they were sitting near the fireplace, they were smoking and spinning, doing the work. From time to time, they warmed their hands and feet with the blaze. Blaze means heat, fire, from some bits of the mill. So, what they have done, they have burnt the mill, and as it was burnt, now they are they are getting the heat from the fire which is being generated because of the fire, and as it was cold season, they were getting their hands cozy, they were heating their hands with the fire of the mill. The good old man humbly asked for the ashes. So the old man said, please give me the ash of the mill. He hasn't told of the mill. He told, please give me some ash. I need it. Though the covetous couple turned up their noses. Covetous means wicked, greedy, having selfish motives. So they turned up their noses. Why they turned up their noses? Because they don't have the habit of helping others. They never wanted to help others. So they raised up their noses and scolded him as if he were a thief. They let him fill his basket with his ashes and told him many bad things. Why you have come here? We don't want to give the ashes. Finally, they filled the basket with the ash. On coming home, the old man took his wife into the garden. So when he came home, what he did? He took the wife to the garden. It being winter, their favorite cherry tree was bare. Bare means uncovered. Actually, how the tree is uncovered? Actually, there were no flowers and leaves on the tree. He sprinkled a pinch of ashes on it, and lo, it sprouted blossoms until it became a cloud of pink blossoms which perfumed the air. Perfume means filled the air with beautiful smell of cherry flowers. So what they did in the garden, they saw that their favorite cherry tree, it is without any leaves and flowers. So the couple sprinkled the ash onto the tree. Soon what happened? A magical thing happened. What happened? That the entire tree it started covering with flowers, and soon the entire tree is covered with pink colored flowers, and it was giving out beautiful smell into the air. Soon the entire air around it was filled with the smell of the tree of the flowers. The news of this filled the village, and everyone ran out to see the wonder. Soon this news spread that there is a cherry tree which is otherwise bare, which was without any leaves and without any flowers, but they sprinkled the ash over the tree, and the tree was filled with flowers. People were coming from far off places to see this wonder. The covetous couple also heard the story. Now this story it reached to their neighbors also, who were greedy, and gathering up the remaining ashes of the mill kept them to make withered trees bloom. So they thought that we also have the ash of the mill, and what we will do, we will throw this ash over the trees and make the trees wither, and we'll earn money. People will come to see the wonder, and ultimately we will earn money after that. The kind old man, hearing that his lord, the daimyo, was to pass along the high road near the village, set out to see him, taking his basket of ashes. So now the old man came to know that their daimyo means that their landlord, is passing from this road. But he has seen that all the trees are withered up. The scene is not beautiful. So, what he did, he took that basket of ash along with him. As the train approached, he climbed up into an old withered cherry tree that stood by the wayside. So, when the train was coming nearer, he climbed up that cherry tree and stood fixed on one of the branch in order to sprinkle some ash on the cherry tree so the cherry tree would bloom into beautiful tree. Now, in the days of Damius, it was the custom when their lord passed by for all the loyal people to shut up their high windows. They even pasted them fast with a slip of paper so as not to commit the impertinence of looking down on his lordship. Impertinence means crime, wrong act. So, what was the rule that when their daimyo would pass from the place, people would not see them. If they are in their houses, they would shut their windows also, and they will also put a slip of paper onto their windows so as not to commit the impertinence of looking down. So they were never trying to do this crime of looking at their lodge. All the people along the road would fall upon their hands and knees and remain prostrate until the procession. Procession means that gathering. It passed by. So what they did, they would lie onto the ground with their hands in this manner spread. Lying prostrate means lying straight onto the ground till their Lord passes by. The train drew near. One tall, competent man marched ahead, crying out to the people by the way, "Get down on your knees, get down on your knees." And everyone kneeled down, kneeled means bent down, while the procession was passing. So when the train was coming nearer, one tall and competent, tall and you can say tall and having strong build up, that man, he was coming nearer. He was crying out to people, kneel down upon, kneel down, get down on your knees, so that they cannot see their Lord, as this was the practice prevalent during those times. So suddenly, the leader of the van caught sight of the aged man up in the tree. But one leader of that procession, of that gathering, he saw that one man, he was not kneeling down on his knees. He has stood up on the tree. Why? He was about to call out to him in that angry tone, but seeing he was such an old fellow, he pretended not to notice him and passed him by. So he was trying to speak in a loud and angry tone. Come down. You don't know you don't have the right to climb the tree. Now you should come down and kneel down. But he saw that this was quite an old man. So he thought, this is not wise to shout at an old man. So the only option was that he should ignore that man. And this is what he did. He pretended means to show. So he pretended to show that he has not noticed this man and passed from the sight. So when the daimyo's palanquin means it is royal van. Actually, what is palanquin? Actually, it is palki. Okay, uh, but here it palanquin is royal van because it is in the form of train. When the daimyo's palanquin drew near, the old man, taking a pinch of ashes from his basket, scattered it over the tree. In a moment, it burst into blossom. So what he did, so the old man, when he saw that the palanquin, because in front of the train also number of vehicles were there, at the back also in order to provide proper custody. So what he did, what he did is sprinkle some ashes on the withered trees. Soon what happened, the trees blew out, giving out beautiful flowers. That was really very magical to see and very, you can say, pleasing sight. The delighted daimyo ordered the train to be stopped and get out to see the wonder. Even daimyo was surprised. He told the driver to stop the train at once. He stopped the train. He came out to see the sight. That what is this magic? How the trees are blooming. Calling the old man to him. He thanked him and ordered presents of silk robes, sponge cake, fans, and other rewards to be given him. So he was so pleased by this act that he told his attendants to bring some silk robe. Robe means that gown. The Japanese people, they are wearing long gowns, silk robe, some sponge cakes and fans, and many other rewards and gifts to be given to him. He even invited him to his castle. Castle means palace. He also invited the old man to his palace. So the old man went gleefully. Gleefully means happily to his home to share his joy with his dear old wife. So he went his home to share his happiness with his wife. That what happened. So this is all what the spirit of the dog has witnessed for the old couple. He knew that the old couple need his help because they loved him like his own baby. But now he's dead, how he can help? So the dog was coming. So the spirit of the dog was coming to the old man's dream and told him to utilize the ash of the trees of the mill that was chopped and burnt by their neighbors so that it can make the withered trees bloom. And when The old man has taken that ash and tried to bloom the trees which were from where the procession of Damu was passing. He did that, it blossomed, and Damu has given him various prizes, various rewards. But what about the old couple? Will they be able to tolerate that? Now they will also use the ash, and tomorrow we will see that what will happen to them if they will use that ash, and what kind of reward they get, or any kind of punishment they get. So that's all for today. Tomorrow we will